Hello, and thank you for joining me. So one of the things that we do in the holidays is go and stay with my mum's. Now, she lives in Seaford in East Sussex, which is that way. Near her house is a walk to a place called Burling Gap, where you climb down the stairs from the top of the cliff onto the beach, and where you get amazing views of the Seven Sisters. These beautiful cliffs are famous. I'm sure you know them. I put photos here. They're a national landmark and have been featured in many blockbuster films, including Fantastic Beasts, Atonement, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. The cliffs are a geological phenomenon. The chalk has been formed by the remains of millions of years old sea creatures pressurised by an ancient sea that existed above the cliffs 65 to 100 million years ago, when T-Rexes and Velociraptors were roaming the earth. The name of the cliffs, the Seven Sisters, is said to have originated from an old Sussex legend that states the seven daughters of a wealthy farmer who lived in the nearby village of Alfriston. And the legend says that the daughters were tragically drowned in the sea and thus sadly turned into the cliffs, each cliff obviously representing one of the sisters. There's also a Seven Sisters in London in the borough of Haringey, and the Seven Sisters here is so named after 7 elm trees that were planted in 1350 around a walnut tree by 7 sisters who were due to go their separate ways. Supposedly a Protestant martyr was later burnt here, hanging from the tree, and following that the trees stopped growing. The Seven Sisters is also the name of a beautiful cluster of stars that appears in the northern sky during December. This constellation, also known as Pleiades, has caught the imagination of many cultures around the world, including the Aborigines. But in Greek mythology, the Pleiades were the 7 daughters of the Titan Atlas. He was forced to hold up the sky for eternity and was therefore unable to protect his daughters. Now, to save the sisters from being raped by the hunter Orion, Zeus transformed the 7 of them into the stars. So it seems that whether the Seven Sisters are a group of chalk cliffs on the south coast near my mum's, a ring of trees in London, or a star constellation, they're all beautiful and magnificent in their own way, yet all steeped in tragedy. Like so many things in life that can appear to be perfectly fine on the surface, when you just take a moment to scratch underneath that, have a more deeper and darker challenges within. This is not just true with the legends and myths. One of the points along the Seven Sisters cliffs is the renowned suicide spot of Beachy Head. Of course, the course we added to our online platform last month was on suicide awareness. It's a topic that is tragically close to our hearts at On Track Learning. We can all support another person who may be suicidal, and one of the charities promotes the acronym WAIT, which stands for watch out for the signs of distress and uncharacteristic behaviours, i.e. social withdrawal, excessive quietness, irritability, uncharacteristic outbursts, talking about death or suicide. A, ask. Are you having suicidal thoughts? Asking about suicide, according to the charity, does not necessarily encourage it, nor does it lead to the person to start thinking about it. In fact, it may help prevent it and can start potentially life-saving conversation. I, it will pass. Assure them that with help their suicidal feelings will pass with time. And T, talk to others. Encourage them to seek help from their GP or medical professionals. Thank you very much for listening. Sometimes the beauty on the surface is not what appears underneath. Have a great weekend.